Hello and welcome to the Transformation channel. In the in this channel we will be covering everything about transformation, and the aim of the channel is let's transform together. So in this particular series we are specifically focusing on agile transformation, and this is the second part of the earlier videos that we published on the top 9 reasons why agile transformations fail. So in this particular session we will be looking to continue the discussion we covered in the earlier video, which I will drop a card here, the top 5 reasons to look at, and in this series we will be continuing with the rest of the 4 reasons for agile transformations to fail. I am Nivarthi Jayaram and I am the host for this channel. If you like what is being discussed in this channel, please hit the subscribe button below and also the bell icon so that you don't miss out on the future videos. And your support goes a long way in growing this channel and also helping it reach wider audience. Having said that, let's get straight to the point number 6 of why agile transformations fail. So the sixth reason why agile transformations fail is driving transformations based on checklists. Again, transformation is not like any other delivery programs or projects that we would drive, where you would have a defined set of activities that you will undertake and your outcome is delivered. Agile transformation, as we mentioned, is customized or needs to be customized based on each team that you are dealing with, each business unit or product that you are dealing with, or organization you are dealing with. So don't go by a checklist, and which we always come across to say, okay, we will conduct 3 workshops and 4 trainings and probably 2 town halls, and that should help one particular team to be transferred from A to B. That is not going to work for agile transformation. So if your focus is on driving transformation through a specific checklist of activities or tasks that you have identified, then I think you are definitely looking at derailing the whole transformation journey. The transformation plan should be customized for each of the business unit or team or a tribe or organization you are going to deal with or you are dealing with. So you should not look to have a standardized checklist. And many times when we or attending trainings or attending conferences, people do come up and ask, okay, do you have a standard template for this? So there is no standard template for agile transformation program, but what you would have is possibly indicative elements that you need to concentrate on when you are trying to create a roadmap for transformation, or when you are trying to create a coaching backlog for any transformation. What you would find are the critical elements that that need to be focused on, and then from then on you need to customize and bring in additional elements where required, or possibly take out 1 or 2 elements or whatever number of elements from that list that is provided as a template. It's more of a guideline than something to bind you with. So don't again concentrate specifically on creating a checklist for transformation, and start focusing on issuing that checklist to each and every one of the coaches. You have to say, okay, go ahead, these are the 14 steps that you need to undertake, or 14 tasks that you need to undertake for any given tribe or team, and then your transformation is complete. That is not what transformation is all about. So please don't drive transformation based on any checklist. Try to create a coaching backlog based on the current state of that particular team, and again what they want to achieve or accomplish from the transformation. So we will again have future videos specifically focusing on what elements we need to look at from creating a coaching backlog perspective. For agile transformation roadmap, again as I mentioned in the earlier videos as well, so we will progressively publish greater videos that you can look at in terms of how you can build a transformation roadmap, how to select various teams or tribes that need to be included in the transformation roadmap. Now moving on to the next point, point number 7 or reason number 7, lack of focus on organizational culture. Again, it maps to doing agile versus being agile. So specific focus is required on organizational culture. Cultural transformation is the key for sustenance of the organizational transformation in any industry or any organization or any team. So focus on organizational culture. There are n number of cultural models for you to look at. One of the very good books you can look at is Culture Code. That is a book which you can refer to, or Reinventing Organizations is another book that also helps you identify what is the type of culture that you want to focus on. So Culture Code is a book written by Daniel Coyle, and in this he specifically refers to 3 aspects. One is about building safety in the teams, and also how you share vulnerability, means vulnerability based leadership, and also establishing purpose. So these are 3 focus items in this particular book. And also the another book you can talk about or look at is the Reengineering Alternative. This again is by William Snyder. In this he specifically talks about 4 types of cultures, so which again is very critical for us to identify. And there is also a specific assessment, a culture assessment, that is freely available by Snyder. So you can look at that particular assessment as well, and you can download a free PDF for you to use. I'll try and put a link in the comments so that you can refer to that particular link to download the assessment for culture. So those are some things you can definitely look at, or you need to definitely look at when you are trying to work on organizational culture. The next one is defining a transformation end state. So as we all know, transformation is a journey. It's not something where you can say that okay, we are now transformed or we are now agile. So there is nothing like an end state, or where you can go ahead and say okay, I have become agile today, and I don't need to any longer look at learning something new or trying to reflect on where I am as an individual, as an organization. So there is no end state. Transformation is a journey, and it's like perfection. There is nothing like perfection is what we say, but we still look to achieve perfection. That means you are consistently reinventing yourself and looking to optimize and be your best, and that is what is also applicable in entirety to an organizational transformation as well. So if your again question is how do I then say that I am moving from a change mode to run mode? Yes, after you have achieved a certain state of maturity, then it's more about how you are able to consistently manage that state and improve from that maturity onwards. So that is what would be focus, and that is when you would move from a change mode to a run mode, or a project mode to a operations mode, or a sustenance mode. And that brings us to the last point, or last or least, not the least, the last reason for agile transformations to fail: not focusing on transformation sustenance. Again, sustenance should not be an afterthought. Sustenance should be part of your transformation planning and roadmap itself. That means as you are working through different teams in the organization or different tribes or business units in the organization, and you are moving on from one team or tribe or one business unit to another, you need to plan and develop capabilities required within those teams, business units or IT units, to that could help them sustain in their transformation journey. So capability building is part and parcel of the transformation exercise itself. It should not be an afterthought once I complete the change mode, and when I am looking to move to sustenance mode, that is when I would think about building sustenance. No, it's not that way. It doesn't work that way, because again, building capability takes a certain amount of time, and then you also need to validate till certain point in time whether that sustenance capability that you have created is really effective, and also concentrate further on, when we say capability build, we look at building people or helping, training and empowering people to be coaches or to be scrum masters who can support the teams as change agents. Once we move from change mode to run mode, then it is always possible, and it does happen, that people move from one team to another team or one organization to another organization. Have you built the sustenance mindset in those people? That means if a scrum master or an agile coach that you have put in as a sustenance capability is moving from that organization or leaving the organization or leaving that team and moving to some other team, are they making a considerate effort? Are they even thinking about building a backup for themselves, so that when they do move, there is no gap created in the system? So are you building that mindset? Again, this is something I'm again passionate about. Sustenance is not an individual thing. It should be part of organizational culture again. So building sustenance, building your backup, that means your next level of leadership, next level of change agent should be part of the organizational culture, and that is also something we need to focus on, and we need to build as part of our transformation exercise or transformation execution planning itself. So those are the top 9 reasons which can lead your agile transformations towards failure. Again, this is not the end of all. These are the 9 things that I thought it is important for you to focus on. If you have any other elements which you think are much more significant to look at, again, please drop them in the comments. I would love to listen and learn from your experience as well. And also, if you like what is being discussed in this channel, please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and also like the video so that you don't miss out on future videos that are coming out. In this series, we are specifically concentrating on agile transformation, and your sponsorship or your subscription will help this channel grow and reach a wider audience. If you have any specific questions or comments to be answered, please put them in the comment section, and I will look to include them in the future videos, or even if they need a separate video to be made, I would be glad to do that. And if you think you need to have a conversation with me, please feel free to reach out and connect on different mediums that are listed in the description below. You can reach out to me through my personal website or connect with me on LinkedIn. And if you want to have a conversation, please feel free to do so. Thanks for watching, and thank you for your support.